is official. Hello and welcome, everybody. What is going on? So this is MiaSanMiaTV, and it is official. We have signed Kingsley Coman until 2020. That's interesting. Yeah, that's actually interesting. I'll get into that in a second, why I think his deal being until 2020 is quite interesting. But, yeah, a lot of people saw that coming. But in the last couple of weeks, it seemed like maybe we wouldn't pull the option, maybe we wouldn't purchase him. But today we did see that, we actually did purchase him. And despite him not playing much this season, despite him not really having a role in the team this season, us purchasing him, in my opinion, is a good sign. Now, a lot of people have obviously said that Kingsley Coman, he hasn't really fulfilled the expectation that was placed on him this season. He hasn't really shown that we should buy him this season. But the thing is, based on last season, he was pretty good. Last season he was very good, and I think the one thing that's really holding Kingsley Coman back from being talked about and playing much more is his footballing, not ability per se, but his footballing decisions. He would take shots when he really shouldn't. He would dribble when passing would be a better option, and these are all things that come with experience. And right now, what he needs is experience. And I think us signing him, if he gets experience, it's going to be a very good thing, because I think he's only going to get better and better. Is he ever going to be world class? I don't know, but he right now is good. Right now he is good. He's a solid player that can help us, that can get some minutes, that can perform for us. He has performed for us. He will perform for us. And what I like the most about him is that he has the attitude to always go forward. His first option is always going forward. And I think, like I said, once his footballing development, once his footballing mind changes and develops a bit more, that's when we'll truly see him take off. But I also find it quite interesting that his contract is until 2020. With that, that's quite interesting. That basically is a 3-year contract, a 3-year deal. And I do find it, like I said, I find it very interesting, because that means if he doesn't perform in the next few weeks, in the next few years, in the next 1 or 2 years, we'll still be able to sell him. And I think that's just very interesting. I think that's a very smart deal, binding him until 2020. So if he next season, for example, or the season after that improves a lot, then obviously we would extend that contract. But if he doesn't, if next season, for example, he has a similar season to this one, then we would be able to sell him. And, especially with 2 years left on his contract, at that point, we'd still get a lot of money for him. So I think that's a very good decision. I thought that was a very smart decision by the board, getting him, and especially with a 3-year contract, because that means that the only way right now, the only way he stays right now is if he plays good, if he deserves to get a new contract, and if he doesn't, we still have the ability to sell him. So from that standpoint, I applaud the board. Very well done. But yeah, that's Coman wrapped up, I guess you could say. Coman is now officially a Bayern player. Now his thought he was going to be, because there was no way he's going to go back to Juventus after everything he said about Juventus, that he enjoys it at Bayern more and whatnot. So I do find that very interesting. I do find the Coman deal very good, and just from that standpoint, I do like Coman a lot. So I'm happy that he's staying here. I'm happy that he's going to develop here, and hopefully he's going to prove to be worth it. But I'll see you guys in the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out and have a nice day.